After the huge success that was Chess the card game, we got straight to work on game 2. We wanted something clickable like the first game, but easier to understand. This idea spiraled into what is now, 1, the combo game. A little over a month ago, when I was sitting there brainstorming ideas, it hit me like lightning. A resource system that plays off of Uno itself. In Uno, you stack colors and numbers. What if this was how you built power in a TCG? So in 1, every card has a color and a cost. If the color matches the top of your stack, you can play it. If it's a different color, the cost has to match exactly. Honestly, it's such a simple system, but it has the potential to create some crazy decisions. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Dragon Ball Z, the card game by Score Entertainment. My favorite part of the game was the combat system. That let players create the best possible situations and then fight. Sometimes you weren't ready and you got caught off guard. That moment of impact is something I really wanted to capture in this game. Something I wish that the game included was that iconic clash moment that happens throughout the show. So with 1, I really tried to capture that. To make it feel like a fighting game, we went with Street Fighter style robots. Each robot represents a different color in the game and a different fighting style. Okay, so what you've all been waiting for. At the start of the game, each player draws up to 5 cards. Then at the beginning of their turn, they choose to fight or rest. If you rest, you may discard up to 2 cards and draw as many as you discarded. This is the rebuilding your hand phase for a bigger play later. If you fight, the battle begins. In a fight, you start stacking cards one by one, building up your total power each round. Once both players have decided to rest, you compare power total. Player with less power takes damage equal to the difference. This creates a really interesting decision of deciding when to push and when to hold. At the center of everything is your core capacity. That's your energy limit for the round. You get 10 points to spend. Every card has a cost, and each time you play one, you add that cost to your core total for the round. You can play as many cards as you want as long as the combined cost doesn't exceed your core cost. After a clash, both players reset their core back to 0 and draw up to 5 cards again. It creates this perfect rhythm of build, fight, and reset. It's fast, it's simple, it feels like a fight. And to sell the robot theme, we added keywords like vent, recycle, clog, burn, and index. They sound cool, but they also force you to think about how to manage your core energy. Now, let's get into the color wheel. Red focuses on speed and momentum. Cheap attacks, constant refresh on the core. Blue controls tempo and disrupts the opponent's power. Orange focuses on risk and reward, taking risks for big effects. Green expands your resources and unlocks big attacks. And finally, purple twists the rules, messing with your opponent's numbers and timing. Yes, TCG taught us how hard it is to teach a complex system fast. Some of our players had never played chess before, and that was a really steep learning curve for them. This time, I wanted something you could genuinely learn in 5 minutes, but it still had plenty of depth for players that wanted to master it. I recently got to watch a playtest, and it was incredibly fun. Watching the players stack cards, gain power, and try and beat the other one down was so cool. The rhythm felt right, and the deck building decisions that were made seemed really interesting. And they were able to pick up the game extremely quickly. It was quite literally 5 minutes. There'll be a playtest next week for the people in the Discord, so make sure you join with the link below. Also, hopefully we fix up the card template so it could look a little nicer. That's the initial spark behind One the Combo game. A fusion between my childhood, nostalgia, color, and chaos. Next episode will be out next week.